Dan George with Lee Cutler. Lee, how are you?
Great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Great to see you up here in your gym. You know, another camp gone by up here. How are you finding it all? Still loving it up here?
Still loving it. Still loving it. Just I'm liking it. The weather's getting a bit better now. Yeah, long hard camp. Feels like I really haven't had a break since the last fight, even though I had Christmas and that. But we're straight back in the gym straight away. We thought we was going to get out a little bit earlier, but that never happened. But we're rolling on to this fight now. So yeah, I mean, great condition. I'm ready for it now. Just got to kill this last week, the time, and get to the fight.
Tell me, what does a week in the life of Lee Cutler look like at the moment?
Go back at the weekends, go back to Bournemouth at the weekends, but Sunday night come up here with Chris. We drive up on a Sunday night, like we have done, and then just up to London Monday to Friday, just training every day, twice a day. In the gym all day, it's like a job. When I was training at home, I was going home in between sessions, having little naps and stuff, but I don't seem to do that now. Just when I'm in the gym, and I'm just here all day until I'm done both my sessions, and then go home. And if you know our gym, our timing is pretty bad. You say you're in at 11 o'clock and you'll get in for until 2, so it always pushes the day right back, and it takes a while to get the second session in, but we always get it done.
Yeah. And you were quite open and honest with me after your fight as to, it'd been a really kind of tough year for you building up to that Stevie McKenna fight, and lots going on in your personal life, injuries in your professional life as well. How's life at the moment? Are you doing well? Do you feel like you're in a good space kind of going into this fight?
Yeah, in a great space. Since the Stevie fight, or even the build up to the Stevie fight, I've started getting back on track again, and it was nice to get that one over the line and perform the way I did, as the underdog and stuff. So life's back on track. This year's going to be a good year. I've got a tough test in front of me in Sam Eggington, and I know that, and I think it's going to be a much tougher fight than the Stevie McKenna fight, but I've got to get through these guys if I think I'm going to be as good or bigger name that I think I'm going to be. So I'm just excited for that.
We saw all the build up to the Stevie fight was interesting. There was lots of back and forth, lots of clips going around on social media. There seems to be a kind of respect between yourself and Sam Eggington, right?
Yeah, well, he's been there and done it. I think he seems like a good family man. He's just there trying to better his life, like we all are. Stevie was a little bit more personal and stuff, so I got a little bit personal at times, and I'm one of those guys. You try to stick it on me, I'm going to stick it on your back. But I think the fight speaks for itself. With me and Sam Eggington, don't need to really build that fight. People know how I fight. People know how he fights. So, it's a bit surreal with like watching him for a long time now, and to think that I'm now fighting him and I'm on that level fighting him is great. It's in his backyard, so it makes it a little bit more exciting. He'll have good fans, good support. So will I. I'm taking a good load up with me. So just really looking forward to it.
With the Stevie McKenna fight, it was a brilliant performance by yourself from watching it ringside. I think probably up there is a career best performance. Putting McKenna down twice, and you looked really good doing it. And I think it caught the attention of a lot of people in a really good fight. How do you reflect on it? I know Chris Billam-Smith at ringside was, quite annoyed at you throughout the fight. He was coming up shouting stuff in your corner. Josh Pritchard, your coach, was losing his voice throughout the fight as well. Obviously there must be a feeling that you guys can still do so much better.
Yeah, so much more. I think everyone on the outside was shocked because how much of a favourite Stevie McKenna was and what he's done to previous people, even though he hadn't boxed anybody. But we know what I can do in the gym, and like Chris and Josh know my little switch offs and my little tells when I'm getting too comfortable in there, and I start, just nicking around instead of really beating him up, which I think I could have done. And I think if the fight happened again, I would have got him out of there. So just a lot of learning to take into this next fight, because I'm going to have to be on it. He's going to be on it. He's only 31. Everyone thinks Sam Eggington's a lot older than he is because he's been there, done it, and he's been around for years, since he's 20 odd. But he's still only 31, and he wants to impress.
We've we're familiar with Sam Eggington as well down on the south coast. He fought Joe Pigford in that Vitality Stadium fight, and it was really quite a brutal stoppage. I think quite a late stoppage by the referee. I'm sure you would have seen it back, but he's got that power and he can, get people out of there. Have you got to be wary of that? Is that something that you're looking at as a threatening opponent like that?
Oh, for sure. He's got a lot of power. I haven't watched, the only bit I've watched of that fight, to be honest with you, is what Boxer posted the other day, the actual stoppage. I don't really watch much boxing. I used to, but I just sort of start overthinking that, and that I don't need to do that. I know how good I am. So I don't really watch, just let Josh, my coach, do all the watching and tell me what I've got to do in the fight, and I listen to him. And I know Sam Eggington, if he lands clean, he can hurt anyone. So I've got to be switched on at all times in that ring. But that's only going to make me a better fighter on the night.
But at the same time, of course, he's got that power, he's got that ability, he's been beaten before. Is it naive of me to say that there's some sort of a blueprint there that, there are ways to get to him?
Yeah, he's not unbeatable. Obviously, he's taken a few losses, but at a very, very good level. So it's a yardstick for me, really. Am I at that level? Am I not at that level? And I think that's the exciting thing for people on the outside for this fight, is Lee Cutler at that level yet? Like, Stevie was untested. It was just what you heard through sparring stories, him bashing up good guys and that. But you're always a bit heavier when you're sparring, and he's fit, and you're in bigger gloves. It doesn't really matter. But Sam Eggington's been there and done it, and it's the question's over me still. Like, am I at that level? And I believe I am. I believe I show what I can do in the gym. But we're going to see next Sunday night.
Have you spoken to Ben Shalom? I mean, I'm sure you have spoken to Ben Shalom, but at all, since your win? Because obviously we spoke before your fight with Stephen McKenna, and you said about how, Ben had promised you a Bournemouth homecoming fight if you were to get past Stephen McKenna. You're fighting in Birmingham this time. Is that still something that he's, promising to you should you come through this fight? Yeah,
for sure. I think this sort of fight that boosts my profile even more, which will set up a really good homecoming if I can get through this fight. I did speak to him after the press conference, said sorry we couldn't take it down, but this is a great opportunity that I couldn't turn down. Obviously Sam Eggington wants to fight in his backyard, and obviously the main event being Ben Whisker versus Liam Cameron. This fight was happening now, and it got offered and put on the table for us. So it was just too big of an opportunity to turn down, to wait for that homecoming. I could have been waiting around another couple of months or do you know what I mean, for that homecoming. But I believe after this fight I get the job done in good fashion, and we can go back down to Bournemouth, and I want to take Sky Sports down there and headline. That's always been my goal, and that's still my goal. But I've got a job to do April 20th first.
Presumably as well, the next step for you is also winning some titles, because you've now got the WBC International.
International silver, international silver so far. But win whatever titles are in my way that I can pick up along the way, and get to a good level, get to the best level I can in this sport.
And you were down there as well at that Ryan Garner show where he won the European title, European super featherweight title. Presumably, going back down to Bournemouth, if you were to box for, a major title, that would be the dream, right?
That is the dream. Yeah, that is the dream for me. Other people have other dreams of me, just headlining on a big platform like Sky Sports. Obviously, headline small hall shows down there for the Southern Area title and things like that. But to headline a big fight live on Sky Sports in my hometown is this dream. So whatever title at the time's free or what champion that I'll be facing, I'm not even thinking about that. The goal is to get a headline down there and win and bring that belt home, whatever it is.
And this fight with Sam Eggington, how do you feel it goes up in Birmingham?
I believe Lee Cutler wins. Obviously. It's a tough fight, a very, very tough fight. He's very durable. He's been around the block a few times. So it's going to be a tough fight. I'm expecting a tough fight. But I believe I'm going to show the best version of Lee Cutler on the night.
Well, best of luck. Look forward to seeing you back out there, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, mate.